And I'm joined in the studio by Arsen Ostrovsky. He's an attorney and CEO at the International Legal Forum and a senior fellow at the Misgav Institute. Thanks for being with us, Arsen. First of all, then we heard, the legal team, one after another, of the South African team yesterday laying out the case against Israel. How strong is that case?
I think the case is baseless. What we saw yesterday was another egregious display in the subversion of the law and really an unconscionable mockery of the very international legal framework that we have relied upon actually since the Holocaust itself. Effectively, what happened yesterday is that South Africa stood up as chief legal counsel for Hamas. In fact, their lead counsel stood up and actually said that Israel does not have the right to self-defense against the murderers and the rapists of Hamas. Now, these proceedings should never have seen the light of day to begin with, and if the ICJ wishes to rescue any remaining shreds of credibility, it will dismiss these proceedings as well.
There is a question mark over the judge in this case because he's Lebanese, and of course Lebanon and Israel are still at war.
Well, not only that, but in fact, when the presiding judge, when he was Lebanon's ambassador to the United Nations, which is not that long ago, he actually said that Israel is already guilty of committing apartheid. So this is not someone who is an impartial judge. If this was any Western democracy, if this was a court in the United States, in Europe anywhere, this judge would either have to have been recused or not been there in the first place. But I wanted to, if I can just touch on the point that Darren made, which is important, the role of Egypt. But not only Egypt, but now Turkey, because Turkey now has also added itself to these proceedings on behalf of South Africa. And I think this only underscores the absurdity and the perversion of justice that we're seeing, because it is in fact Egypt that is refusing to not only open its borders but to assist in the humanitarian aspects that are arising out of the war in Gaza. And you have Turkey, which is not exactly a great bastion of freedom and democracy and has committed all sorts of war crimes against the Kurds, for example, and now all of a sudden dictating and lecturing Israel on international law. So the US, I think, has also an important role in pressuring Egypt and Turkey, for that matter, to absolve and to not proceed in these proceedings.